Hey folks, welcome back to the Horde. So you can look right there. My Energizer battery there is charging away. It's about 2:35, 26.8 degrees centigrade, 63% humidity. Yeah, today's a bit of a hot one. Welcome to September 1st, Tuesday, 81.1. So, what am I up to? Starting in September, I like to take a quick look at the leaves. If you take a quick look here, basically for all the upper trees here, and I don't have any maples, so you can see basically nothing is changing yet. But if you go down to the driveway, and take a quick look in that general direction, you can see just a little bit of color, right? My front trees, nothing, they're just green. And there's another one back here that has a tendency to be orange, so nothing. I had a little bit of color right there. So for September 1st, that's as close as we have to any fall colors. Anyway, for, I guess it was the Baja Warrior number 3. I remember it was seized, bought it at Tractor Supply. It was $250 plus tax, call it $270. What was wrong with it is it was seized. Flat front tire, throttle cable not working. The throttle, they spun it loose, so to speak here, right? They broke it loose, right? So, I pulled the engine off. You can see all the carnage, all the pieces all over. And this is what it looks like inside. I would say that's no so good, right? This is a nice low mileage engine, but when you see rust and stuff like that, that's not so good. And by the way, even on top of the bore, all the way around. Now, to really do this right, I should continue taking it apart, and I'm thinking about that. To do it right, once again, what I should do is continue taking it apart, get the cylinder out of the bore, which means all of this has to come off, the side cover, disconnect the connecting rod, get the cylinder out of the bore, make sure the rings are free and clean. As a matter of fact, there's no use fussing about. I might as well just do it, right? This is a very low mileage engine. Look at the here, let me show you the top end of it, and look at this, spotless, absolutely spotless. But look here. Right, even probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know, can you see the moonscape that is those? Yeah, I guess you guys could see that. To be honest with you, it looks like even the valves should come out, get cleaned up, maybe a quick lap, and put them back in. Out of the bikes I've bought, right, so I paid $350 for this guy, then I put a carburetor and gas tank on it. That brings me to a magical $400. This one was $270, $13 for the throttle, right? The throttle assembly, and another, I don't know, $12 for the tube. Call it 30 between the two of those things. If you put those two numbers together, I got 300 in this one. So between the two of them, there's 700. This guy here was 200. Didn't have to put any money into it, which takes me to 9. And this guy here was another 300. 9 and 3 takes me to 12. So I have $1,200 tied up in the 4 bikes. That's an average of $300 each, which means I've basically paid half price for the entire fleet, and I didn't get, you know, here in New York they're $5.99 plus 8% sales tax. What's that? 8 times 6, another $48, and call it $50. So that these would have been like $650 each with tax. So instead of having $1,300 out for 2 new ones, I have $1,200 out for 4 used ones. There's always a debate, you know, better to have 2 new ones. But if I only had 2 new ones and I transferred 2 new ones to my son's house, or I kept a new one and transferred a new one, it means I'd only have 2 bikes, and I'd really rather have 2 at each place. So there we are. So from a money point of view, I'm okay. This motor is mostly a time thing to get it back to running. By the way, it's a push rod overhead valve. It's actually kind of cool. I was really curious about this thing, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get into it. This looks like it's bent. The thing that puts tension on there. I'm gonna have to look it over. So financially I'm okay, but yeah, I want to turn this over by hand again. I mean, you guys could really see that. Look at this. And this is yeah, that I can't. It was the right thing to open this engine up. If I would have run it like this for any more than a couple of, I mean, maybe pulling it over and giving it the gas and the starting fluid, maybe did 100 RPM, nothing much. But I do need to get in there and get those rings cleaned up, get that bore cleaned up, get the piston cleaned up. Oh, this is like, it's like wet. Finger painting, eh? Yeah, I gotta do that right. Be a good idea to clean out the case too. Once again, this is how clean the valves are. I mean, it's a shame that somebody let water get into this thing, right? And that's how ugly the valves and the head look. Okay, folks, I think that's it for this video. Oh, just quickly, this was one of those $5 garage sale stereos. So it does function. I didn't try out the CD player or the cassette. Normally I'm after FM. It does function, but unfortunately it doesn't function the way I need it to function. It doesn't pull in, you know, long lost stations from across the United States. It does okay. It picks up the couple of local rock stations, seems to pick up the local news station. But I'm about 75 miles out of New York City, 80 miles out of New York City. It didn't pick up any of those stations. So, yeah, it functions, but once again, not what I want. Down here is a tough spot to get reception because literally you're like, just look what you're looking at. You're, basically in rock and dirt, right? There's all surrounding hill there. I have some fall off in that direction, but I got no radio stations out there. But even here, look, right? I'm basically in a hole. So if it was upstairs, especially on the second floor, the reception would probably be much better. Alright folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. My suggestion is that you don't leave your toys out in the rain. It's particularly for these Baja Warriors, the way the rain gets into them, the way the rain falls on the air filter on this side and the chain on that side. This is what you're looking at. So really, keep them clean, keep them running, and if you can't keep them inside, at least keep a tarp on them or something. These things don't take getting wet at all. Okay, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to live, love, and have a great time. Keep your feet down, keep your handlebars up, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Once again, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Bye now.